Yeah. Yo, Eli. Yeah, day shot for real. That took forever and a half to, or at least it felt like it. Pt.2. Yeah, that too. Let's see. Gets a regen. Yeah, that doesn't count. So she works great. She's like not terrible, but not great. Who works the best to seize is guillotine. And then the rest literally do not matter. So we're going to take yeah, we can see my way. I'm going to take Kingpin, but either way, it's fine. Yeah, I just started EQ, but I only released. It was still 2 weeks on that. It doesn't take that long. It's just I have energy refills like literally expiring, so um, A is supposed to be easy, but we're not gonna do A. Why? What makes A easy? I don't get that. That's not a good path, like at all. We're gonna go with C. Okay, well that took care of that. Let me turn my music back on because it stopped because the internet crapped. I don't think that was my fault. Like my router was like flashing orange, like it couldn't connect to Cox. I want to say that was Cox's fault, not my fault. So it's back now, though. I have no way of confirming whether or not it was on Cox's end or like it had, I don't know, but whatever. Realistically, Guillotine is literally the only champion we need to use for this because she just cheeses this node. Cheesiest. Don't get much cheesier than that. And she can do that to the entirety of the chapter or the map, which is great. Although the glancing on this one might kind of ruin that a little bit. We use Kashaw on this one just so we don't have to worry as much about the glancing. But what's up, Chinmay as well? Yeah. All right. Can you? She's also great because she gets a regen when she blocks. Um, so she's also pretty fast. I didn't catch how long that fight was, but it was pretty quick. And she's only rank 3 still, not even ascended. OG Gilly is like not a 7-star, so I might actually ascend her because she crashes. She crashes. She's a very fun champ too. We do have Deathless Guillotine, who's like pre-buff OG, but she's actually like really good. She's so cheesy. I just still have more reading to do, but I want to burn that refill before it expires in 2 hours. So. Yeah, with the right one, he seems to be like he's pretty busted too. Yeah, Onslaught's like decent, but yeah, DPX. When you just have like stuff multiplied, you know, really, you're gonna do that to me? 130 seconds? Jeez. Just get the raid force and just special one, and then the bleed just kills him. Wouldn't surprise me. Pretty buzzed, dude. That you pushed it back. Alright. She recovers and launches her special so fast. Or her heavy, rather. Anti-Venom's not bleed immune. The final Lumitrix is, but Anti-Venom's not. But Viv and Gentle are, yeah. I'm gonna make this dude just get all of the Furies and he's gonna melt. Alright. Come on. Just throw it. Dude, just throw it. No. I butchered that. Alright, well he's like totally dead now. That would have gone so much faster if it didn't get messed up. Should have been a sub 30 second. We're gonna kingpin it. Should go pretty quick. Why are you immune? Just immune to degen? That's lame. Yeah, that was pretty quick. Only slightly longer than the average of the. Get a revive. Yeah, I've seen him been do those spreadsheets. Yeah, yeah. All right, skill one. How bad is the skill one? Purifies 3. Whenever it is purified or expires on the defender. Nice. Okay, that one is actually really good. Which means we can Nick Fury. We can. Where's the boss at? Okay, what do we need for the boss? I do hate how the bosses are like the class um advantage to like what you need for the path. Like they've been doing that the last couple times for some. Like it didn't used to be like that. Sometimes it would happen, but like it wasn't like the general thing. Like it's like purposefully, it's always class. They force the boss to be a class disadvantage to the path. It's like that's so dumb. Um, see, struck by basically, well, after struck by the purify and evade. Immune to incinerate. I don't care. Yeah, that's whatever. I'll just like Thanos it. I don't care. Okoye, yeah, I'm gonna have to rank up Okoye too, because she's just ridiculous. Nope. No, I said I was gonna bring Thanos. All right, Okoye, Crit Monkey, Sable also effective. Moment is also quite good for this node. I've got 17 seconds for that one energy. Not that that one energy matters, but we're close enough. I'm gonna wait out the 17 seconds. Is that in fact easy path? Sure, let's do it. I don't know why they consider that easy path or why they consider it easy path. It's like is there like a specific what is the link? Is it because I thought it was the link. Yeah, it's just like the path. It's like not an extra link to the bot on the boss or anything. I don't know why they consider that easy path. Like how do they make that designation? The one I didn't take as the easy path because it had some not easy defenders on it. I don't know. I have to do so many rank ups, but I have so many catalysts to work with, like it's not even funny. I probably got like 50 or better. Um, Jeez. Um, Dude, there's so much lag. Tier 6 basic, tier 3 alpha. I've probably got like at least 50 or better of each in the overflow. It was so much lag. Not even funny. I've got um, Shathra. Is she my only Mystic at rank 4? And Nico. I think are the only two. I think. Me thinkies. All right, go ahead and throw. Oh my gosh. Can you like. Okay. I'm really glad that crit because I'm pretty sure my thing fell off before that actually landed. She is top prestige, but she's only like Sig 20. I haven't like given her Sigs. I didn't rank her up for prestige. Like prestige is like a bonus, but like I haven't. Well, my Kushala is not awakened, but yeah, no, I like Shathra's more versatile than Kushala. Kushala is probably in a lot of ways better, but for some of the matchups, like you want Shathra to be as high as possible, whereas Kushala, the extra rank doesn't do as much for her probably. So, kind of the way it is. Oh, see me. Whew. Yeah, that's gonna. Okay, cool. I didn't take the recoil. Dude, not having heal block is gonna make such a big difference for doing the elder difficulty. It's not even funny. I mean, Kushala is still really, really awesome, even unawakened. But yeah, having her sigged up would be really nice. I'm like this close to just throwing an awakening gem on her, giving her at least a some sig. Like if prestige was like a major issue, like I really needed to have prestige, but I don't, then I would go ahead and sig up Shathra, but like her sig, as far as just the sig, not worth 6 stones to me. Kushala, 100%. Shathra's sig, useless. Um, outside of prestige, like it just doesn't matter. So, come on. We we're so far from like being up or down, getting more or losing out on radiance. In AQ, like it's inconsequential for me to up my prestige the tiniest little bit by doing that. We get like 16,500 radiants a week on a normal week and like 30,000 on a raid week for AQ. Yeah, for others, yeah. I'm like, if you're in those top like 10, it's much more substantial for sure. And even though it does affect a little bit in like the EQ rewards, like it's what is reasonable that I could like increase my prestige by, like what that would change in my rewards is inconsequential. Like I would need a lot more prestige for like the change to from where I'm at right now to be, and it's just not realistic to do that all at once. It'll happen over time, and that's fine. Exactly. Always rank for the for BGs, and then like if you rank for BGs, everything you'll have champs for everywhere else in the game. Like I'm at 28.6, so like my prestige is like terrible. Like top five AQ finally broke 35K, which was nice. Yeah, exactly. Like placing higher in battlegrounds is more important. I messed that up, but it worked out. I could technically, I still have the rank up gem for taking up a 7-star relic up as well. So this will go fine. Like I'm gonna attempt to try and switch him. If we can pull that off, then we're solid. But otherwise, he does counter evade. See if we can get him to switch though. We'll take a second and see if we can switch him. Which would be great. Nope. Nope. Spacing is not right. Got it. Got it. So much lag. No, no. Jeez. All right, hit my block. Thank you. Yeah, me should be dead. That was fine. Yeah. I mean, 1,500 more prestige for me to hit, like, because I'm like right at just above a bracket right now. 1,500 more prestige to hit like the next like threshold, the like tier is like 1,500 T7B. That's completely inconsequential. 1,500 fragments, completely worthless. Do I want to do that? What the heck? What class is this one? Well, it must be cosmic. Regenerates, yada yada. Need heal block, yada yada. Energy resistance doesn't matter. Just take a really strong science. Dude, we could friggin' pig it. Pig crushes him anyway. Which confirm that it is in fact cosmic, but it should be. No, it's mutant. Okay, wow, okay. So they didn't do it as class disadvantage. So that's a good thing I checked. Let's see what path we want to go down, though. We want to go down. I'm gonna go down that way. Okay, cool. Honestly, there's like an annoying. Screw it. I'm gonna go down the Wong path. Yeah. 1,500 prestige would be a 45,000 total PI increase in my top 30. Like that's like a lot. He's a lot. And we have Spider Woman too, but I'm going to. Where's my? There he is. Eugene. You work pretty well too. And can't go wrong with Domino. 19.8 under 20K. Dang. Well, your 5 a.m. is not my 5 a.m. scat, so see, we're taking D. Path A is considered the easy path. I don't want to fight a freaking Negasonic. Like, get that out of here. Odin can't be that low. Juggernaut's literally like thing at the bottom of the list. Come on, give me lucky. Didn't get lucky. Oh well. Crit bleed. Double crit bleed. Nice. Game is lagging so hard. It's a bit rough. This way we get the passive stun, which is nice. The competition I like is BGs. Like that's the competition I like. It's the only thing like particularly like competitive that I do like actually care about. Bruh. Ooh, wrecked. I'm probably gonna be ranking up Okoye. But I can do I'll be able to do two rank fours. So problem is again like rank four good. I need rank fours for prestige since I don't have 30, obviously. But she's currently unawakened. If I take her to rank four, like she will get the gem. But I'm not gonna give her SIGs. Like that makes no sense. Well, the level I play at, like Hercules isn't doing anything, and neither is Ronin. Ouch. Dude, it didn't kill her. That was lame. Yo, got the abyss. He's not gonna do it that fast though. All right, I'm gonna hold that off there. I need to do the basic, and I need to get this arena started so I can do it tomorrow in its entirety. Ooh. And anybody can fight Thanos unless the nodes like restrict you from it. Thanos doesn't have anything um, going for him in his base kit that you can't fight him with anybody. It's just depending on nodes who you're choosing and just kind of how that champion works will make it be longer, harder, or easier. But anybody can fight Thanos. Literally anybody. Need 500,000 for this. Lame. It's lame. 180, that's up there. That is indeed up there. Well, Hercules is great in incursions, especially with a synergy team, but incursions, like, you can realistically use anybody. Um, and they get way stronger than they are in normal because you're getting hacks. Daily quest is auto fight stuff. Side quest is, yeah, it varies. And story used to be like one of the hardest pieces of content, but after they kind of killed story content. It's just like extra content. It's like monthly content when it comes out. Basically, it just you get it, you do it for the reward. It's no challenge whatsoever. I kind of miss it being actually like at least somewhat difficult. Like it felt like more rewarding to like get through it. Feel like they could like make it have better rewards because like not everyone at just could just you know blitz through it and have it done day one with ease. I don't. It would be really hard for them to make a story content because my roster is like so developed at this point. Like Act 6 when that was like, and even Act 5, like my roster just like there was only so many champs you had to work with, um, and the variety of nodes was still a lot. Um, there wasn't a lot of as many like combinations of nasty nodes, but there was more of a variety. Um, but you had to have like on your team available to you to get through any one path. But nowadays, paths are created. Each path has its own identity. Before Act 5, Act 6, even Act 4, every every fight on a single path you take, each fight was different. Like it had different nodes on it. They don't make content like that anymore. Paths have identities. Yeah, but if it's taking you a bunch of revives to do with a champion to use them in the content you're using them in, then they're not really good for that content. uh, like if it's like a modest amount of revives, then yeah, for especially for something like Necropolis, there are champions that can do the fights, a lot of the fights, and little to no revives. But if you're like using a champion that it requires you like 10 revives to do a single fight, they're not good for the content. But if it takes him like one, maybe two to do a fight, but it's possible to get a solo or possible to do it in just like one, it's not awful. He's not unusable, but I mean, he's fairly unusable at my level, like because he's not fighting rank fours and stuff, and winning speed contests, um, outside of a very unique circumstances where like the nodes benefited to work that way, and my opponent just doesn't have a match that they can do effectively. if that sort of thing lines up. But that's like basically any matchup. Like if you have a champion that works, but is going to be slow, well, you need to have your opponent be just as slow and or take a lot of damage. Just have not a good a match. Otherwise, even though you have a workable fight, like you can do the fight, it's just not a competitive fight. It's just the way it be. Yes, chef. Yes, chef. Oh, fantastic. Good stuff. Like I said, and then, oh, and to answer your question from before too, it's negative 34.6 degrees. My internet just cut out for like half an hour. I want to say it was Cox's fault because like my router was just flashing, not connected to the Cox network, whatever. And I'm not sure if that was Cox's fault or something happened here. No idea. I'm just gonna say blame Cox, and I can live with that. Yes, this season the casual mode is launching. So we're officially gonna have you can only use Elder Marks for competitive, and then the 5 energy for the non-ranked. I'm wondering what exactly they're gonna do with that. Because honestly, just having to like if there's gonna be any kind of reward for it or what they're gonna do with it. Because basically, if it's just basically BG's off season and you get nothing for it other than just play the mode. Like I don't want to like if it's not ranked, if you're not getting anything out of it, why isn't it just free to play like a friendly, but that it like auto matches you with somebody? It really makes no sense. Um, but honestly, I don't even really care for the off season to have an energy cost because like there's a single you can play it once for an objective thing that gives you a reward, but outside of that, you're basically having an energy cost for the system to find you a match other than like automatically, so you don't have to worry about having a friends list. If the friends list was better or whatever, and you could just because you can play your friends list for free, like I don't know, it's whatever, but it's still dumb. There, yeah, this is the third anniversary season two, I believe. Yeah, so something like that. Yeah, they're doing something extra, but like it's like an extra rewards season sort of thing. Like it has better rewards. Something I forget exactly what all it's supposed to have. Especially since the structure is different. Now that radiance is a thing than it used to be. So I don't know. Something like that. Yeah, the skip is now in there. It's got added to AQ finally too, which is nice because I used a special three with Hercules on a lot of fights for like my normal AQ. That is a really nice change, and like you can use it in incursions, um, any timed mode. So it now works in any mode, regardless if there's a timer. Before, like so long as there wasn't a timer, you could skip, use the skip button. See, we just got the full decks for no good reason. I don't know how that happened. I haven't double checked that. I'm not sure if it like just adds the time. Like it shouldn't. Um, but I haven't actually like looked at to see if it does or not. I mean, it may have been like a tech issue because of there being a clock, um, it not knowing like what to do with the timer when you skip an animation. Um, so it might have just been like a slight technical limitation that they had to work through extra to pull it off. But it definitely shouldn't have taken as long as it did to make it go live. That's for darn sure. Because like we've had this skip button for like years now. And we only just now got it added to the timed mode, so it's definitely something they could have had figured out a long time ago. Oh yeah, Sim Supreme, especially for like yeah, like the serpent fight, where like he'd probably use two, three special threes. Yeah, it's super easier. And not all special threes are created equal. Like Juggernaut has a very fast animation, and it comes you out and back into the mode very quickly. Like honestly, I don't think you can really skip his special three and save time. Like it's so quick, like it's just done. Um, but there are some that are like exceptionally long. Um, like Ultron's is pretty long. Um, Quicksilver is pretty long. Whoops. Yeah, there's some that are just like really, really long. Cyclops is slightly long. War Machines is kind of long. Deadpool X Forces is kind of long. Same with like Venom is like the way it like played, and that's cool. Like it's like a mini like the animations can be like longer to like they're kind of because they're cool to like show off to like see, but then yeah, it's like skip it like in a fight. Sentinel as well, yeah. This isn't actually that long though. Let's see. I don't think we can get enough points to do it in one more. I think it takes 7 or 8. Come on. Yeah, that's true. I mean, even with if you were low enough health, it would always be worth um getting all your health back anyway, regardless of the extra time the animation would take. Namor, yeah, he could be interesting. Oh no, we're gonna get it in 7. Yeah, cool, perfect. Bruh. I hate the unresponsiveness so frequently. We'll see how it plays out. It's definitely gonna make certain champions that like that's part of the one of their normal or better rotations to use the special 3 to be a lot faster than they otherwise would be for competitive modes. Yeah, there's been a lot of like really good champions this year. I honestly don't mind the Dracula Frig because like it's nice to have like a couple new champions that like I won't see myself being able to get for quite a while that are not like must-haves for like battleground stuff. Like a lot of the newest champions have like Jean, Okoye, Spider-Woman, like must-have champions to be like nice and competitive in battlegrounds because like all of the top placing people have all those champions. You know, yeah, Morbius is pretty mid. Like he seemed kind of cool at first, but like I don't know, I don't really like him that much. I did one of my biggest grinds ever too to get him as a 6-star in the featured arena. It's like over 100 million points. Yeah, it's like because you can only like stack up a bunch basically by refreshing your thing, by throwing your special one. Like basically you want to do that at least twice, punishing through, without triggering it beforehand, triggering it through punishing a special, and then get back up to a special two to have like as many as possible. Like they just don't last long enough. Um, and it's not about the bleeds themselves. The bleeds themselves do no damage. They're like 1 to 2 damage a tick each. Like they're completely worthless for damage. They do no damage. They're just there for the purpose of like a counter for like an extra multiplier of attack for the special 2 hit. It's literally all they are. It'd be nice if they like did maybe slightly more substantial damage, or yeah, they lasted a little bit longer. There was a way to pause them. I don't know. Stealthy's really strong. Yeah. Oops. Oh, man. Let's see. Dun dun dun. If I can get to at least like 1,000,000 points, we'll be kind of pretty well set in this arena. So I can like get a good chunk of it done in the morning, since I don't have any other champions, like other arena to deal with. So I can spend like 45 minutes, like probably finishing it in the morning. Let's see. Honestly, see the battlegrounds. The power start one. It's the skill thing, right? Or no, it's yeah, polka dot power intercept. Yes, chef. Honestly, even with polka dot power, um, like starting with the bar of power would help. Like, um, ooh, like it honestly wouldn't even be like terrible to use, like Hulkling. Like he still gets power. Yo, Nugget. Why is the screen black? Probably because the plug got disconnected. That would be why. Hold on a second. Oops, wrong button. Hold on a second. We got disconnected. Hold on a second. I'm in a fight. Hold on. That's my bad. Come on. There we go. That should re-up there. There it goes. Problem solved. But what's good, Nugget? How we doing? And he's not really much of a defender either, as far as I can tell. I fought him in arena a couple times, and it's like, it's whatever. Honestly, even if just like Morbius's bleeds were paused during the opponent's specials, that honestly might even just be enough. Um, we're doing all right. We're in a good spot right now. I've got some Gardedos. Mellow toast. That's super crunchy. What's his prestige like? I thought he was like outside of the. I thought neither of the two new champions were like in the top 30. Is that accurate? Yeah, no Cheez-Its, unfortunately. It just makes me a little sad because like they were on sale this week too. Like I would buy them, but like for whatever reason, whenever they're in here, the ants they smell Cheez-Its. I don't know. Can't keep them on my floor. Anything else? Chips, pretzels, any other kinds of like snacks? Totally fine on my floor. But as soon as I put freaking Cheez-Its down, ants come out of the woodwork. Literally. Yeah, ants. Yes, chef. Oh, they're higher than I thought. I thought they were like. I thought somebody was saying something about some newer champions that were like not like in the higher end of prestige. Hmm. Who was it then? I don't know. Mm. Seasoning on Gardettos is just. Oh. I'm at 28.6. Yeah, high was still first. Yeah, he'll be first for a good little bit. Don't like Gardettos? Well, the best part of Gardettos is the Melva toast, the rye chips, which you can buy on their own, which is fantastic. Great marketing move by the Gardettos brand. Like they recognize that like this is like the best item in their bags, and like we'll just sell this in its own bag. It's amazing. I think that's the only like mix snack bag that I know of that like sells a specific singular item out of their mix. It's the only one I can think of. Um, where like they're known for like their snack mixes. Technically, there's like Cheez-Its has like uh its own like snack mixes, and they sell plain Cheez-Its, but like I'm pretty sure like the Cheez-Its by itself came out first, and not the other way around. So I'm not gonna count that. So like Chex Mix sort of stuff. They don't just sell um, the snack pieces. Yeah, like Lucky Charms just selling bags of marshmallows. Exactly. That was my fault. I have to get them on sale. So like This bag, like a proper, like, good bag, not like a tiny little snack bag. This is a 8.6 ounce bag, $1.50. I bought like 3 of them. I'm really good at, like, deal shopping. Crunchy. Crunchy ASMR. So good. I don't have Maker. I'm not familiar with enough with them. I'm actually not sure. That sounds like it's something they might, like a thing he might have given him. I know that's the thing with Nefaria, but Maker, I'm not actually sure. But hey, look, there's this site I just found. We can find out. Where is he at? Where is he? There he is. It does not appear like it. No, it does not seem like that's one of his. Yeah, no, that's not a thing with him. I actually like it with Nefaria. The problem with Nefaria, though, with the way it works, is really you only get a benefit of it, realistically, if you're close enough that the counter evade, like, is the hit itself, or you can punish the special fast enough after doing an evade, which you can't always do. So otherwise, it doesn't place the vulnerability, which honestly, it should just, if you get the evade on the special, it should just automatically place it. Like, it shouldn't have to count as a punish. Because there are a lot of specials that are just you're too far away from the opponent when you get the evade that you can't get the vulnerability even if you get the parry, which is just unfortunate. Imbalanced, yo. Was good, man. Ooh, I almost ate that. I'm going for it. If this doesn't kill him, we're dead. Cool. Well, that's one of the reasons like Abdo doesn't like Afaria, because like the whole parry stuff. Which is a very potent like vulnerability. So it's really nice. And I'm like parrying this stuff all the time, so. Although when parrying specials, I do much prefer, because I don't really like the on the final hit thingy so much myself. But because there's like a window for it, I actually do really like Guardians, like Perfect Block on it's late night for me, Imbalanced. Yeah, I work second shift, so I'm up about like noon to 4 a.m. give or take. So I get off work at 11 p.m. So which works out for me because that's kind of just like my normal like state anyway, is just being up late and then getting up late. So it's like it works out really well for me. That and I get paid more being on second shift. I get a pay differential, so I'm like, psh, I'll take it. It's only an extra dollar, but hey, $1 an hour adds up. 40 hours a week, 160 bucks a month right there. And honestly, since first shift starts at 6 a.m., I'm like, I'd much rather work till 11 p.m. and start in the afternoon than have to be up to make it to work at 6 o'clock in the morning. Like, that's just not great. Like, no thank yous. Crap. I mean, obviously, if you're working that shift, I mean, I'd be off earlier in the afternoon because I'd be off when I normally am starting right now, but I don't think it's worth it. Not for me right now. But I don't work weekends, so that's great. So if I worked on the weekend, it would be an overtime day because I work Monday through Friday. Uh, I would rather just do this way. Oh. It's very close to like the schedule I used to work at my first job anyway. Ugh, see, that's rough. I wouldn't want to do that. Nah, I've never worked retail. No, I work at a good, actually proper company for the first time ever. Um, Cause I mean, technically, when we got bought out by corporate at my first job, they're kind of a proper company-ish, I guess. Um, but the way things were set up, like nothing really changed for me when we got bought out, which I was fine with. But over a few months after they took over, like, and some other stuff having happened, it's like things went downhill, and I quit, which was a good thing. Especially like the place now. Like I went there several months ago just to like because I hadn't been there since I quit, and it looked very depressing. There was like nobody there. One of my old coworkers was working, and I talked with him for a little bit. That was nice, but no, it was in a pretty sorry state. The of affairs. Looking at it, having worked there and seeing like what it used to look like and everything, like it was pretty sorry looking. I was like, very glad I'm not still here. Like it's soul crushing enough, you know, having done that for. 'Cause I was there for 7 years. When I started working there to pay for college, and just continued there after I graduated. Because I was like, well, I didn't need to do anything else, but I was being a college graduate, like I shouldn't be here, and eventually with things having gone downhill with the changes and stuff, I was just like, it's not what it used to be, and I was like, I need to get out of here. I need to change. So I did. Spent a few months after that just kind of chilling, and eventually got some contract work working with somebody I knew. And that eventually kind of went downhill, and then I was basically unemployed for too long until I got this job. But we're in a good spot now. Good benefits, good stable schedule. Very happy. That's the moment with it. No. I mean, despite the fact that I'm doing this, the interaction is very different. I'm not so much really like a people person. um, I generally don't go out of my way to talk to people. I have maybe a few kind of antisocial um, um, that's the word I'm looking for. Um, tendencies, I think, is the right word. I don't go out of my way to avoid people per se, like because I'll talk to people. I just don't like initiate with people generally. Although I don't really like it when like certain like being initiated in like ways I don't like say like somebody comes up to you in the store with like a clipboard and be like, "Hey, did you hear about this or can you mind if I ask you a few questions about X thing or whatever?" Like that, I'm like, I'm just trying to mind my own business. I'm like, I don't want to talk to you. But unhelpful. I should have. I meant to. What the heck? That's not right. Oh well. Udaville. Yeah, I think like the earliest we had to start work a couple times when I was doing some of that work was like 6 a.m., which is not great. Usually it would start like 8. Yeah, I mean, like I don't like to be rude though either. I don't want to just like ignore them when they're talking to me, but I'm like need to find like a good way of like saying like just leave me alone, you know? Like I don't want to take time to do whatever. I got the grocery store. It's usually like a couple times it's been like people with like something about like asking like what phone carrier do you use and like questions like that. I'm like I am not on my own plan. Like I don't know what the details of it are. I'm like um Like I'm on Verizon. That's it. That's all I know. I don't know how many people are on the plan. I don't know nothing. My first job, I would consider I worked like customer service. Um, it was like because that was like my job. It was customer forward, position. I worked, and interacted with customers all day. But not retail. I definitely didn't want that sort of position when I was looking for a job again too. Because I'm like, because the problem is like when you interact with like nice people, like it's like the greatest thing. The problem is when you have like angry customers or customers that you just like are not gonna be happy no matter what you do, basically. And you just like, but like interactions with like happy customers or like that are like, oh, and they're just like, are, happy that you're helping them or whatever. Um, those are great customers. Like it makes you enjoy your job. But when you have like crappy customers that are just like argumentative or just angry or whatever their problem is, it's just like it makes you want to just like curl up and like die. It's like no, just quit, get away. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Because usually, eventually, they would usually just be like, "Let me speak to your manager." I'm like, "Fine, like I'm in charge here, but like if you want to go above me, whatever. It's no longer my problem because I obviously you're not going to be happy with no matter what I say to you." Yeah, it's interesting because like happy people make you want to be happy around them. But like people that are angry or just or upset or whatever, like it's hard to be happy around. Like it's like happy people makes you happy. Angry people like makes you angry. Like I mean, it just you need it's hard to be positive when you're interacting with like you can hold on for a little bit, but eventually like it gets on your nerves enough. Everyone's got their breaking point. Like you're gonna friggin' just like snap at somebody that's just in your face. Like I can keep a straight face for a while. I mean, it takes a lot for me to like snap. Um, but like even I have like my breaking point. Yeah. Like misery breeds misery. Like I just like it's hard to like be around miserable people. Like being around happy people, like it like makes you feel better. Like if you don't like exude your own misery and you're just like around happy people, like it actually brightens you up. But like anger just like breeds anger from people. Like it's like people shout at each other. Like you one angry person, then you make another person angry, and then they're just at each other, and then nothing's gonna get resolved. Like they're just gonna be angry with each other. It's a vicious awfulness. You know, it's bad. Es no bueno. But well, that's not great. Definitely had a few customers wind up like in my face that would be like, "Ugh!" Yeah, but it was really bad during COVID too. Ah, that was probably one of the worst times to be in a customer forward role. That was miserable. Trying to enforce a policy that nobody wanted to follow, miserable time. Absolutely horrendous. So it was not fun. It was, oh, ouch. That was rough. Yeah. And that was usually like my sentiment, like whenever I was doing anything at work, it was like, because I get a lot of times even like, well, you're so patient, thank you, or whatever. It's like, call it what you want. Like I am here until I get off, no matter what. Like I'm stuck here. You know, it's like, no matter how long you take to do whatever you're doing, like I I'm just here. You know, take your time. You know, but so when we have like a line though, they're trying to get through other people. Like you're not the only customer I'm trying to like help. It's like I'm trying to help you move it along a little bit, you know. But otherwise, like if you got nothing better to do, like take your time. Do not mind me. I'm dead. Oh, thank goodness she died first. Dude, if that special finished, I was dead. Dang. Didn't get around to doing more of the incursion. Bummer. But we made it through arena stuff. So what we can do tomorrow is arena will basically be more or less just done with entirely. Like I should be able to finish all of arena before I get home. Like I should be able to finish with this arena by whatever I do in the morning and the few fights I can do at work. So we can figure out BGs, like play some BGs the new season, and quite possibly try and do incursions. So and maybe burn some energy and EQ or something. But I need to get the run through so that incursions is just done for the month. That'd be great. Yeah, I don't like being behind on. Well, I only just started the EQ today. Like I just started it like an hour ago, or less than an hour ago, whatever. But we also have more side quests to deal with the Wednesday as well. But either way, and hopefully they can fix and deal with the stupid raids issues too, because that's fair. Yeah. Well, I'm like a third done, a little over a third done with like normal difficulty, and then it's the Valiant Elder that will take a little bit longer. Anyway, but that I was gonna do it. I need to go to bed. And but yeah, we'll get that taken care of, and hopefully we should be on track for being a little bit more engagingly interesting stuff for tomorrow night. So we'll go with that. But thank you guys, and thank you very much, Hellboy, for the membership. You've clearly been liking the emote commands that I've got. So if you have any ideas for like more of those or whatever, something I could do for those, that would be totally fine. I can mess with those some. Can always add more. They're easy enough to work with now that I know how to do them and stuff. So, but outside of that, thank you guys. Have yourselves a great rest of your nights or day, or if you're up for your day or whatever. But I'm going to be going to bed. So, good night, and I will catch y'all around. Peace.